Never mind the Polar Big Boys, these are the Walmart big blokes. These have been skated through and through for years. Haven't ripped a hole in them, haven't like torn them at all. They're super durable. Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I've been getting a few questions lately on what kind of jeans I skate and what kind of pants and whatever. If you're relative to this channel, you know that I have somewhat of a skate fashion taste, if you will. Like I've made a couple videos on this channel going over skate fashion and everything else, but I wanted to make this one video in particular because I just wanted to share it and get it out there. And there's multiple videos like this out on YouTube about this particular type of denim. I pretty much, for the most part, have been skating the past 5-6 years on like either Dickies or like hardware store slash Walmart denim or thrifted denim as well. So I just wanted to kind of make this video to show you guys that skate fashion doesn't always have to be expensive, because like the main go-to jeans, baggy jeans for skating are the Polar Big Boys. Everybody knows that. I'm not too sure how long ago they came out with the Big Boys, but prior to them making the Big Boys, they had like the 92s and the 93s, I believe. I think Big Boys retail for like 135 US, I'm pretty sure. With that being said, you can find them secondhand on like Depop and Facebook Marketplace and stuff. And what's funny is like sometimes I'll go down to little flea markets down in San Diego with my missus, and I'll come up on Polar Big Boys, but they're all like small and medium and they're for like kids. I can't really speak on Big Boys myself because I've never owned a pair. I've never skated a pair. Like I have homies that have Big Boys and they look sick. When it comes to like jeans and pants, like this is like a third of what I own. I've had to give away a lot of jeans because it's almost like every time I'd go to Walmart for something random, I'd buy a new pair of black jeans just because I'm like, oh, these jeans, and they're $13. That's literally like the cost of like a meal at Burger King or something. So the main type of denim I've been skating the past couple of years have been these Walmart George $13 pants, jeans, whatever. I wear a size 44. I am 6'2", so usually my waist is like a 33, but I size up. This is like the biggest size they carry in the store. I think they go up to like a size 50, which is crazy, but in store, usually 44 is going to be the biggest you're going to find, and I just buy the biggest because I feel like it matches me that way. Like I have a pair of 38s and I have a pair of 40s, which are like super, you know, these aren't worn as well as much as the 44s. I think these are the 40s and the 38s. Yeah, 38s, and the bottoms are still cuffed. I haven't cut those ones yet. And then these were the 40s, and the 40s are good too. But I just found, like, for me personally, the 44s go so hard, but it's crazy because like literally look how wide that is. Like I could fit in one leg almost. With that being said, like when you are sizing up for jeans like this, you end up getting a bunch of like scrunch in the front of your jeans, especially in the crotch area. They call it a genus because like the front of your crotch kind of sticks up, like, you know what I'm saying here. What I do to alleviate that is I like run the eye socket for the button through the little thing on the belt here, and then just tighten it up that way. There are ways you can take in the waist, which involves a sewing machine, or if you're handy enough, you can just kind of hand sew it. But I just haven't been bothered to do that because I'm just like, whatever, it works how it works. $13 versus 135 US, that's a big jump. And the reason why they sell these jeans for so low at Walmart is because they can afford to. They probably make millions of these jeans. There are some pros and there are some cons to wearing these denim skating. Pros, obviously the price point, it's 13 bucks, you can't really complain. Another pro is that this denim actually is super tough. Like it's a heavyweight denim. I've fallen over a bunch in these. I've stretched, like I've fallen and then gone like, done the splits of one of my feet on the board, one of my feet on the ground. Still nothing. Haven't ripped a hole in them, haven't like torn them at all. They're super durable. And honestly, like when I try to find clothes to skate in, I have to be mindful because I know that I'm just going to be like falling over and rolling on the ground and stuff like that, and they're going to get sweated in and dirt and just everything else that comes along with skating. So I try to pick clothes that will last. So usually for me it's workwear or like just cheap denim, or even thrifted denim too, honestly, because it's like you're buying it at a low, so you can't be too bummed if you ruin the pants. With that being said, I actually came up on a pair of these Levi's at the thrift for like 15 bucks, and they're the Levi's 501. What would you call this? Like selvage denim type of color. but they're size 44 by 30. And I still cut them down too, because where I wear my pants is like a lot lower than what a normal person would. I usually wear my pants around my hip. It's just comfy for me. Some people wear their pants up around their waist, but I always felt like I was like a little kid. The cons of wearing these pants or jeans is that because you're sizing up, you get that scrunch in the front, which isn't a big deal. Like I said earlier, there's ways to alleviate that. You can sew it. You can, even if you wanted to like go a legit route, you could go to see a tailor and get them to take the waist in for you if it was really that big of a deal. But I feel like that service would cost more than the jeans itself. So I'll just run them how they are. Or if you're good with a sewing machine or you're good with a sewing needle, just sew them tighter. I'm sure there's plenty of YouTube tutorials on how to like take in the waist on jeans. Another con of these is that because of the size they are, these are 44s, you get a bigger, you kind of get a bit of a diaper ass going on. Like they're kind of really big in the back, whereas the big boys, they've kind of figured it out. So the pants are baggy in the right places and then they're normal in the right places. Plenty of pros. Like another pro would be that they are widely available and readily accessible. Go into any Walmart and you will find a pair of these jeans, these George jeans. I'm calling these the Walmart big blokes. So never mind the Polar big boys, these are the Walmart big blokes. I'll do like a bunch of stuff in these jeans because I know that if I mess them up, who cares? I'll go down to Walmart and buy another pair. It's really not that big of a deal. But with that, in that same breath, I understand that excessive consumerism, like just buying new things all the time, is not good for the earth, because what happens to all the old clothes that they can't sell? They end up going down the food chain of supply of clothes. So whatever doesn't sell at Walmart, they sell it off to a third party and then they sell it at like even cheaper. And then from that point, maybe it gets thrown in the trash or the bin or the rubbish, and then it gets put on a boat and sent to the Philippines, and they pay the Philippines to put all of these old clothes into the ground. So it can be a double-edged blade when it comes to fast fashion, if you will, if you want to call these fast fashion. But even if you're looking at a nice set of denim, just a nice casual baggy set of denim that you can wear, 13 bucks, like you can't go wrong with that. I'm not saying to anyone that's bought big boys or that swears by big boys that they're wrong. Like that's rad. Like I can really get behind a product like that, especially a niche market. Like Polar have figured out like baggy skate denim and they've just crushed it. But for me personally, if I'm skating in them and I'm gonna ruin them, spending $135 just on a single pair of denim doesn't really make sense to me. If anybody is wondering about the stats on these jeans, they're 100% cotton, made in Mexico. 13 bucks. I feel like this is like a sponsored ad by Walmart. That would be sick though if Walmart sponsors me. The wear and tear on these jeans is very minimal. You're getting the same amount of wear on the points that you think you would, like on the corners of the pockets on the back, on the seams on the back, but they're honestly not too bad. And obviously if you cut the bottom, they're gonna fray and they'll probably remain frayed and will come out a bit frayy for like the first, I don't know, half a dozen washes or whatever. These have been skated through and through for years, at least 2 years, at least 3 years on this particular pair of denim. They do fade. Like I said, these are like my go-to. And then the ones I've worn the least, like they're still pretty dark. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but these are still pretty dark. They come super black from Walmart, like super dark off the line, and then they fade into this, which isn't really a bad fade at all. Like I've worn pairs of Dickies that have faded worse, honestly. I was actually out Walmart like a few days ago and I decided to have a quick geeze over like what jeans they had. And they had these, I think they were called Brahma, these Brahma Carpenter duck canvas Carpenter jeans. And they were 26 bucks, and I looked at the size. I think the biggest size they had in store was a 42. Comparable to like the weight of a pair of Carhartt duck canvas Carpenter jeans. I've had this particular pair for like 4 years. I've cut the bottoms. I was folding the bottoms when they were brand new, but they have faded, so I was like, screw it. The only thing that I don't like is that the duck canvas has faded, and when it's black canvas, cotton, whatever it is, it starts to go a little bit like brown / red from the sun, just being sun faded. I don't really wear these skating as much, but I'm super keen to get a pair of those Brahma Carpenter duck canvas jeans from Walmart. Comment below if I should pick up a pair. Comment below if you're familiar with that brand. Another quick bonus part of this video is Walmart jorts. I bought these jorts from Walmart. I have a few pairs. The last pair I bought were these brown ones here, and they are the Wranglers in size, what size are these? 44. So I'm always like about that faux. Robbie with the 44 and wear a pair of 45. Carpenter shorts too, look, it's got the belt loop, which is obsolete because I don't use a hammer for anything, but they have the double knee in the front there, which is sick. But these were cheap too. These were like 15 bucks. And one main thing to take from this video is, before there were like fashion tailored baggy jeans in existence, people were just rocking big fat pairs of jeans, like especially in the 90s and early 2000s, the pants and the denim. I've talked to some old co-workers of mine that were like, used to be like in gangs in California. He told me he would wear size 50 Dickie double knees, and his waist is like a size 35, but he would rock the 50s just to have that bagginess. So it's like, keep in mind that before there was clothes tailored for that baggy look, people were just upsizing their clothes. So you can still rock the fits you want to rock without breaking the bank, if that makes sense. That's the main takeaway from this video. It's not so much the clothes you wear, it's kind of how you wear them. And for me personally, with my height, with my weight, and with my aesthetic, air quotes, the style I've chosen, I feel like flows and matches that accordingly. And that's going to be different for someone that is, you know, a different height, like a shorter person, or God forbid, someone that is taller, someone that's like 6'5" or something. They're going to have different things that match their body type. Just fitting your shape basically, and finding the shape that works for you. So I hope this video has been insightful and informative. And if I haven't sold you one of these $13 Walmart big blokes yet, I'm sure in some time you'll probably end up warming up to that idea, unless you have a pair of Polar Big Boys, which is fine. Like, I'm actually curious to know if you guys have Polar Big Boys. Tell me your experience with them. Have they held up skating? Have you ripped them? Have you torn them? One of the main things I found with like the thrifted or secondhand Polar Big Boys, the heel at the bottom of the pants were like worn, because like obviously younger kids had been wearing them, and then the heel kind of floats to the back of the shoe, and then you walk around and it kind of cuts a hole in the back. So that was the main thing I found with like the secondhand big boys. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, and if you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it, drop me a comment below. Follow me on Instagram at Enochism. That's about it, guys. Let me know what kind of jeans you guys are rocking for skating, and if you've heard of these George Walmart $13 denims. But yeah, cheers for watching the video.